Hey, what's up? This is Church with another tutorial here. This one's going to be for the 7th Colossus, Hydrus. And this is going to be the technique that allows for Hydrus's head to come above the water. So that way you can get to the sigil pretty fast and jump stab if you would like. There's other ways to do the stabbing if you're more comfortable with doing it the other way, but it'll be a little bit slower. So the lineup is pretty specific. So you're going to want to try to follow this as much as possible, and I'm going to try to go ahead and make sure that it's as clear as possible here. So what you want to do first is you want to wait until Hydrus's fin crosses, his middle fin crosses this pillar right here. And then when that happens, you want to jump towards like a 45-degree angle. So I'll kind of like draw out the line. I kind of like corrected myself. I jumped more this way and then I started going this way, but you can like jump and start going this way. So the line that you're going to be taking for the most part, it's going to look something like this here. So you're going to want to like swim this way. So just to look a little bit left of this pillar. The hard thing though is that like you're going to be rotating your camera, so that means that like you'll have to be moving the control stick in a way that you're still taking this line here, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in just a second. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it. So you see like I'm rotating the camera, and right here is something important. When you're going, what I'm doing right here is I'm rotating so I could look at his eye, because what'll happen is his eye will end up, when it disappears behind this pillar, you want to swim. I'll show you exactly where I'm going when it goes across the pillar. So you'll see it disappear, and then I changed course. So now I'm going to be heading like this way, just towards the left of this pillar. And then I'll go ahead and draw a line here just so you can see it. So I'm going to be swimming like this way. So that's the line you want to take. And then when you want to stop, is you can see right here, the side of the pillar. Once you see Hydrus's eye appear right past the pillar, you want to stop. And what I do, I don't know if this actually helps or not, but you'll see me once I look at his eye here. See, once it crosses, I stop and then I submerge myself in the water. I don't know if that does anything. It's just something I've done. I haven't actually tested without it, so it might be better, it might be worse, I'm not sure. So I stop and I go underwater. I make sure I tell that his eye is red so that he's aggroed. Let's see here. So yeah, like you could see like a little pink there. That means he's aggroed. And then what I do real quick is I look at this pillar and I kind of try to like face left of it. It's not really like it's not like a huge deal. But as long as you're like looking this way, it makes it a little bit easier. And then I'm just watching for Hydrus to come up. You'll notice a point in particular. This follows like a lot of what the previous versions do. From the point where you're stopped, it's basically the same. So once his head evens out, like you'll see it makes kind of like let's see here. You'll see that it makes kind of a motion like this when it comes up from the water, and like starts evening itself out. Once it reaches the point where it's like evened out and it's going forward, that's when you want to do a jump stab in the water, but you also want to like be moving the direction Hydrus is moving, so you want to like jump stab to the left. So let's go back to the video here. If you jump stab this way, then what'll happen is he'll do like a little spin, come up out of the water, and you want to try your hardest to be close enough to where there's like a certain point right here where you can jump on this part of his head, or like right here you can jump on this part. You want to try to be on the side and not like the front, because if you're like running on the side, like I'll show you here in a second, like this, you'll see Hydrus shake, do like a little shake. You should be able to see it, like that little wiggle that he did right there means that he's aggroed and he won't submerge again, unless you are too slow on the head stabs or something else goes awry. So at this point, what I do is I just go for the jump stabs. You just do like a nice small jump. You don't have to take like a big leap or anything. As a matter of fact, it's better to take like a small jump than a big leap. Jump stab, and then when you jump stab, you let go of the grab button, and then you re-grab like maybe like a second later, and you'll be like somewhere over here. This is like pretty slow, but it's a pretty consistent way of getting like around 50 seconds on Hydrus. So yeah, that's the around 50 seconds, 50.05. And then another thing you can do, this is where like drawing will come in handy here. Another thing you can do is if you want to like not risk the jump stabs, because it can get a little like scary once Hydrus starts doing head bobs and you mess up. What you can do is you can stab this once. It doesn't even have to be a full stab. It could be like 50% or like whatever. And then after you stab that, he will submerge in little water again and come back up. And if you get your timing right, you could just like pretty much walk straight to the sigil and then get a full stab in, or like a 90%, whatever, however much you can get. Then he'll submerge again, pop back up. On the second one, you'll be able to get a full stab. Actually, I should be able to show you here. This is some like impromptu stuff going on right now. Just one second. This is totally not intended, by the way. Let me see if I can pull this up. So with Hydrus, this is before I did the good way. Is it? Yeah, okay. So let me go ahead and pull this up in OBS so I can show you. I probably won't edit this part of the video out because I'm not good at editing. So just bear with me one moment here. Okay, this works. Kind of. This is kind of funny. This is from my my PB. So actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and bring this over here. There we go. That makes it a lot easier. Alright. It's a little off, but it's whatever. It's not a big deal. So what you do here, I end up messing up the jump stab. As you can hear me say no. So what I do is I just do something really basic. You can stab right there. He'll go down. You run up to the head. Full stab. And then you have plenty of time for the second full stab here. and then you get 2 more stabs. So you can get like close to a full stab here or a full stab. And then he comes back 1 more time and you get a little stab in to finish him. So yeah, that's that. That's pretty much all that there is for Hydrus. So if there's any other questions, you can just go ahead and leave them in the comments. I'll be able to help you out with anything you need there. So thank you for watching the video. It might have ran a little long because of the whole section where I'm looking up my video, but I hope that went smooth enough. And yep, I'll see you later.